We're eating Canada again. Hello, I'm Matt.
I'm Sonja.
Welcome to Ask Family Studios. I wouldn't really call this Our Life the Show, as that show technically don't exist anymore. Despite the fact that we've been focusing mostly on the Halloween Shop With Me content, it seems that the taste tests, they kind of are popular. And in particular, our last taste test we did, testing out some snacks from our neighbors to the north. So, once again, today we are diving into what we weren't able to get to the first time, or at least some of it, because there's a lot. But we are going to go for some of the stranger ones, or some of the more unique ones that we were able to find this time around. So, first time we did this, we had a lot of sugary, sweet stuff, candy bars.
Meat stick.
Meat stick isn't sugary. Well, anyway, this time we're sticking mostly with, I guess, chips, you could say. There is a couple of other variety items in here, but without further ado, let's get this underway with whatever Sonja picks out.
I think the first one in true Canadian fashion is ketchup Pringles. The last time we did try ketchup chips, but not Pringles.
Yeah, I
don't think they have this in America.
I can't quite remember. There were two different ketchup flavored chips we tried in the first taste test, but if you want to see what those were, you should go click on that video.
Oh my god, it smells like the mustard ketchup Doritos.
Mustard ketchup Doritos?
Yeah, you remember those?
No, I just remember mustard and ketchup. They were two different Doritos.
Yeah, I said mustard and ketchup.
It does have the high vinegar smell
you my god!
Expect from ketchup and ketchup flavored items. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in. I mean, Sonja already did. She didn't even wait for me.
Well, you're the one sitting there not eating. Have it.
So, full disclosure before I eat this, I burnt the living shit out of my tongue earlier, so my taste buds might be a little bit altered from what they usually are, and I'll try to take that into account as I rate these.
The vinegar is a little more up there in these ones.
And right off the bat, I get a good example of what I was just saying, because I do taste it, but it seems extremely dull compared to what I would think it would probably is supposed to be. I do taste the flavor, though. The flavor is strong enough to come through, even with the bum tongue I have right now. Really not that bad, but if I'm thinking of ketchup itself, I would say it doesn't match the flavor profile that much.
It's because I think there's too much vinegar in it.
But they're not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, for me, because I'd rather have something that's not too ketchup-y, I'd say this is probably better. So I will give it a 7 maple syrups out of 10.
Oh, we're doing maple syrups this time?
Should we do Tim Hortons out of 10? Yeah, let's do Tim Hortons. 7 Tim Hortons out of 10.
I'll go 6.
6 Tim Hortons. For a grand total of
13.
Listen, people, I'm tired. My brain isn't working.
Do you want to pick the next one?
Sure, I guess. This. So this, wow. Now, you want unique. This is definitely something I can say I haven't seen here in North America. It looks like KFC flavored Ruffles.
11 herbs and spices.
That's where I'm kind of interested in, is if it's going to be chicken forward, because we do have chicken flavored chips here, or if it's going to be the spices that you're really going to get out of it that's supposed to be unique to this. But let's go ahead and open it. Oh yeah, you guys love that, don't you?
Does it smell like a foot?
No, it kind of smells like chicken, honestly. It took me a second.
It smells like chicken noodle soup!
Yeah, it took me a second to really get the smell that I was looking for there. So if you like chicken noodle soup, the smell is probably appealing. Especially if you dumped a potato in your chicken noodle soup. It's been a long time since I recorded. I don't even know how to fucking present myself anymore.
There's like so many flavors coming at me at once.
And there's at least 5 of those spices. 6. Oh, there's 7.
It tastes like chicken broth with like a hint of something in it. Like,
honestly, I personally kind of like them.
I like them. I didn't say I didn't.
It's not I guess the most appealing sounding snack, but in terms of flavor profile, it doesn't taste like KFC. I mean, it doesn't taste anything like a chicken wing or anything like that. But the flavor that's there is alright. And that's coming from someone that can barely taste it, so I'd give it about an 8. 8 Tim Hortons.
7.
So that is a total of 15 out of 20.
15.
15 Tim Horton double-doubles.
Alright, so this one is Fiery Jalapeno Crispers. I think they're kind of like our Ritz over here, but probably better. I don't know. Different shape. But I like jalapeno flavored stuff, so...
It's from a company called Christie that looks a lot like our Nabisco, I would say.
Up in the corner right now.
At least it's in terms of logo. But what I would say about this compared to our first two is this isn't necessarily the most unique flavor we have by any stretch because it's just jalapeno and we have plenty of jalapeno snacks here.
Yeah, but a lot of our jalapeno is with something else, like cheddar jalapeno or whatever.
The problem
smells like jalapeno.
The problem with any jalapeno chip is how much they actually try to nail that flavor. So...
Ooh, wait. They're very thin.
Woo! Definitely has the jalapeno smell you would expect. But it does, again, have the jalapeno smell from a lot of different snacks that have the same
but this just
flavor.
Oh, is it? Well, they're showing cheddar, so maybe it is cheddar. Just a jalapeno. Cheesy flavor, yep. Whoa. It tastes like jalapeno. This is, like, really good.
I need a double.
That's really good. Because mostly you taste just the cheese and, like, you get the spice of the jalapeno. This one you can actually taste the jalapeno. The cheese is kind of like an afterthought, which I love. This is really good. This is better than our stuff. Way to go, Canada. Way to go. Yeah, no, what you?
I do taste it. The spice is what hits you before anything, which is fine. It's supposed to be spicy, but I am looking for the flavor also.
I think the flavor's there.
Compared to the other two things we just tried, I think the flavor's weaker. Because, again, I'm looking at it how I can taste it right now. And if,
oh my god, it's burnt my throat. Sorry.
If the flavor of that doesn't hit me as hard as the other two things, that would mean to me that's weaker. So, it's not bad. I will say that. So I will give it at least a 7.
I disagree with you wholeheartedly. I think the jalapeno flavor is there. The cheese is kind of like not an afterthought, but it's not as strong. Because over here, like I said, the cheese takes over the jalapeno, but that one, it has the spice, it has the jalapeno flavor, and the cheese is just like a nice creaminess. That's a 10. I'm sorry, but that's a 10.
Well, I guess we are on a slightly different wavelengths, but again, my number doesn't necessarily mean as much right now, so just take her opinion, I guess, a bit more. But 17. 17 Tim Hortons. Alright, so, moving on. You know what, let's break up the monotony. Pretty much everything is a chip of some kind, except for this thing. It is from the Cadbury Company, and it's called Crunchy. It is apparently sponge toffee, and then it's in French. So, my guess, I'm not sure what sponge toffee is, but I'm going to guess it has a texture similar to a Three Musketeers bar. But we'll find out.
I doubt it. Three Musketeers is smooth. This looks like it's, I don't know, crunchy?
I don't love
it's called crunchy.
Well, it probably smells like chocolate, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, it's crunchy.
Look at that cross-section of that.
That's good, though.
Oh, ground.
Reminds me of a Whopper. Our version of a Whopper. But better, because I don't really like Whoppers.
So that is actually a very accurate sentiment. It does taste like a malted milk ball, a Whopper.
I think it'd be Maltese.
Yeah, Maltese or whatever up there.
That's over there.
Except for the difference being that the middle is very light and crunchy, and it makes it a lot easier to eat. So, in a sense, it actually makes it better than a Whopper, in my opinion.
I think it is better than Whopper.
So for that, I will give it a 9. I mean, I didn't want to give candy a higher rating this time because of last time, but I gotta speak with what I see.
I'd probably get a 9 too. It also a softer Butterfinger too, not flavor wise, but like texture wise, a softer Butterfinger.
Yeah, I think that if you're matching texture, that'd probably be the closest thing. But the texture of a Butterfinger is a lot thicker, so
and it's hard. Well, they've changed it a little bit. They made it a little softer, but it's still hard.
But anyway, that's 18 Tim Hortons out of 20. Back to the Crispers, I see.
Well, we loved All Dressed here, and I didn't really see anything different from All Dressed. Like, they had Ruffles, which we kind of have here, the Humpty Dumpty ones, which I think are Canadian. But Yeah, so I was like, let's just try the cracker version of all dressed.
Now, while the flavor itself is something that has come over to our side of the border, I can honestly say I don't think there's a single all-dressed cracker type thing over here, so...
That's what I mean.
We'll get to it eventually.
Sorry, it was hard. Ooh, that's got a very smoky smell. Smell that. More smoky than all dressed usually is.
Unfortunately, I will say the smell reminds me of dog treats a bit.
It's bacon!
Exactly, bacon strips. I know I offended some Canadians last time bitching about something. The tikka masala stuff, or whatever the hell it was called. So, take this one with you. This one smells like fucking bacon strips. Fight me.
Yeah, this one's like very bacon forward. And barbecue. I taste like it's like a liquid smoked barbecue or something like that.
It's definitely not the flavor I'd expect from something that's all dressed.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It does have a very smoky flavor, which is, again, not something I would put with that.
Well, some all-dressed chips do have, like, a smoky barbecue or, like, barbecue-forward taste, but this one is, like, way over.
Yeah, I think that's what it is the barbecue, the smoky barbecue taste is giving it kind of a bacony smell and taste.
Yeah. Which
is kind of overpowering anything else that's in it. So far, this is probably my lowest one. Although I don't dislike it. I bet you I'll eat the whole thing. I mean, I'll eat the whole thing probably for everything. But 5 out of 10 for me.
I'm going to go one lower. 4.
That gives us 9 Hortons out of 20. Our lowest rated one so far. We'll see if... I don't want to give it to a chocolate bar again. I mean, that seems like a cop-out almost. Right, I swear, I'm not a sweets guy. I really ain't.
Talk about this one.
Sriracha straws. Anyway, this one is probably the single one I can say definitively is something we have over here, just not in this brand. Because I have seen this type of, like a Sriracha straw over here.
I haven't.
Really?
I've seen hot and spicy, but Sriracha brand, no.
I've seen them at Aldi. I'm pretty sure I've had these. Not this brand, but this flavor of product, I guess you could say.
Maybe, but I still think it was hot and spicy, not exactly Sriracha.
I could be wrong. This might be more unique than I say, but anyway, let's give it a shot. Some more ASMR for you guys with the headphones.
You are gonna break their ears.
Okay, so before I even smell it,
oh god,
the one thing that took me away was that these are way thicker than I thought they were.
Yes, they are. Ours are like really thin.
Yeah, ours are more thin, like she said. Smell-wise, I don't smell anything but the veggie straws.
Yeah. I get a little ting of spice.
But I guess let's look at this one more time. It looks a lot more air-puffed, I guess would be the best way to put it, than our straws. Our veggie straws.
That's actually really good. But I don't like Sriracha. I tried the orange one. Let's try, I think green.
The spice is very subtle. It hits you on the back end.
I like the texture of these. They're a lot better than our veggie straws. I mean, I like our veggie straws, but I like how these feel lighter. Crunchier.
Yeah, it's that air puffed look and feel that I was talking about. It does feel lighter. It does, I guess, crunch better. It feels better in the mouth. Yeah. Is the best way to put it.
It's really good. And I don't like Sriracha.
This is the next one I'll have to take a second on just because I tasted the spice. I didn't taste Sriracha flavor. But again, this is on me, so take it with a grain of salt.
I get a little bit. Like, I can taste the garlicky taste, because Sriracha is very garlic-forward, in my opinion.
Sriracha does have a garlic-forward taste, a bit of garlic-forward taste. And I don't get that from here.
I do.
But to me, it doesn't ring different than if it was just regular hot sauce flavor or spicy flavor, which is a knock against it a bit, because I am looking for Sriracha flavor. Again, though, I could probably be wrong on this. I will also give that middle of the road at 5.
8.
So that is 13. 13 Hortons.
I was just going to add, We usually go by cups or like grams. This one actually says per 45 sticks for our serving.
That's a lot of sticks.
Yeah, that's probably like half this bag. That's what it says.
But then again, look at how many calories are in it. So, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. So, technically speaking, Crunchy's won, but fuck that. I don't want a candy bar to win, so I'm upping my score, and this is 1.
And this is the second.
I think we could have probably done a little more variety. If we, in the very slim chance there's a third part, because I'd rather try different nationalities if we can.
Yeah.
If there is a third part, maybe we will spend a little more time in the grocery store instead of like 5 minutes like we did this time to pick up random shit.
It was about 10 minutes.
But all in all, I've learned Canada has a lot of good flavors, a lot of interesting and diverse ideas for snacks. And that
Tim Hortons ice cream.
And that
coming for you.
Yes, that will be probably something we will do. But with that said, Quebec sucks. Anyway, we'll see you later. Hopefully we don't lose any subscribers.
And we lost subscribers.
Yeah, probably. Whatever.